Hello and welcome back. This is Noble Rambler with episode 5 of a test run version of Let's Play Rimworld. This is where I get to practice making Let's Play videos, but more from the technical aspect of it. I figured while I'm learning the process, I'll let you guys have the fun of watching the experience. And technical-wise, this time I've learned to notice whether or not your microphone is on mute before you get to 20 minutes into your recording. So this is my second or third pass through this one. Okay, what have we got going on here? This is our little settlement, survivors settlement named Temporary Digs. We got 2 of our bedrooms done, and Jack and Jude got to spend a night in a luxury hotel. We've got Jude extremely comfortable. Oh, he's off the charts here. Feeling great. Tons of joy. This isn't survival. This is vacation. We're on holiday. Maybe we can go ahead and tone back the fun time for Jack. He seems to be doing just fine. So what have we got going on today? Our crops are in. Our cotton is actually done. We're going to harvest the cotton and the potatoes. Bring in some foods. Cotton will be used as cloth, and it will be used to make clothing for them. We've got our conduit going in with our at least preliminary defense system. So you never know what's going to happen today. As I mentioned last time, it's been awfully quiet lately. Pretty sure that soon the game is going to throw its second event at us. Our first one was the killer bunny that came after us. I think we butchered him and fed him to the dog. How is Silence doing? Silence is halfway through his hauling training. Good. So, food-wise, we do have some meat stored up. This is boar meat. Got 40. Takes 10 per meal on a simple meal. On a fine meal, it takes 10, but 5 have to be vegetable, 5 have to be meat. In a lavish meal, it takes, I believe, 20. And each of the fine and the lavish require a higher skill level in order to make them. So simple is the basic meal that most of them are able to pull off at the beginning. So who do we have set to plant or to grow? That is Doc, who has got hunting ahead of that. Where is Doc? Doc is on cleaning. Why is Doc on cleaning? For some reason the game didn't trigger that there were plants down there, but he's figured it out now. He's going to go down and start harvesting and replanting. We are low on wood, so let's get some of that ordered up. Orders, chop wood, let's clean up this area. Zones. Let's talk about zones. You have what's called a home zone. Everywhere that you build, the game automatically creates a home zone for you. The idea is that if there is a fire within this zone, they will run out to fight it. If there's something that needs to be cleaned, they will clean it. The blood from the butcher table, for instance. We have another mad animal. Well, we'll get back to zones in a little bit. Where is a local squirrel has gone mad? So we have a rabid squirrel. Jump to location. Manhunter. There's a normal squirrel. So this one needs to be hunted. And squirrels are kind of hard to hit. So as he gets closer, we'll get everyone with a gun out there to try and take it down. What is he building right now? This is the turret. There's probably no chance it'll accidentally be turned on in time. We'll see. 20 work left. That's 20 seconds. Work left. Where's our squirrel? Where is our squirrel? Should see him running. Oh. There he is. Right in there. Tell you what, Doc, come on back over here. Handy has a knife. Larson has a pistol. Larson, you come on over here too. That way we get 2 chances to shoot it before it bites the first of us. A squirrel bite is not so much a bad thing, except you can get infected. There we go. That was, I believe, Doc that got it. He's a pretty good shot. Yeah, he's a good one. Alright, squirrel, unforbid. You guys are no longer drafted. And Larson, why don't you haul that? Actually, we did it another way. If I tell him to butcher, he will go off and find something to butcher. Okay. Zones. So we can create a home zone, or we can get rid of parts of a home zone if we don't want them dealing with that area anymore. There's a nuisance area that tired of them constantly going over there to work on something. We have a no roof zone, like I had built over this building here. If I eliminate that now, it shouldn't be an issue. If they were to dismantle a building and you left the roof up, it would collapse on them. Snow clear area. When it snows this winter, this whole place is going to get covered in heavy snow, and they're going to walk really slow through it. So you might create pathways with this so that, I'm guessing, whoever has, I don't know, gardening or maybe cleaning will go out and keep that pathway clear. Allowed area zone. Here's where you can... Here's the home zone. Here's where you can set up an area that they are only allowed to go if you order them to go there. Meaning, if we have not just a mad animal, but a pack of mad animals coming at us that we can't handle, we got to get them indoors quickly, I can order them all to go to Area 1 over here on the restrictions page. If I suddenly click all of these, they will all run inside and they will not be able to leave this area. The animals also have zones you can set up so that they can go exactly where you want them to go. So that's just a way of controlling your colonists and your animals, at least your tamed animals, during an emergency situation. History. I clicked on this a couple episodes ago and didn't really explain it. The major events that happen. A local hare has gone mad. It will attack everyone it sees. Happened at day 4.5. What is this? So the wealth we had at that point in items in total. So we can see our wealth. Select graph. Wealth, population, and our colonist mood. Okay, so it's a way of kind of mapping out what has happened. Let you see trends and maybe figure things out. It'd be nice to get these 2 bedrooms done so these guys can get into their comfortable sittings too. We do have a little wood kicking around now, but we do need to cut more trees. Wood is going to be important at the beginning. Later, stone blocks will be far more important. Speed this up a little bit. We've got a raid coming in. Slow her back down. Okay, raid. Group of pirates from the Shiv Men have arrived in drop pods nearby. They are attacking immediately. Jump to location. A single pirate has chosen to come in here and harass us. He's pretty confident that he can take us out and didn't bring any help. He has... He's of the Shiv men. He has a Shiv. And a pretty awful one at that, but at least he's got clothes. Sometimes they arrive and they don't have any. And then if they become part of your colony, they're constantly in a negative moodlet because they're embarrassed. Anyway, he is an assassin, which is why he's so confident that he can take us on, and which also means he has very little other skills. He's a killer, and he can build a little bit. That's about it. He's not someone you would want to invite to the colony, because he would never pull his own weight. He's incapable of anything intellectual or caring or social or artistic. So, otherwise he's healthy, but I don't see any reason here to try to cause him to be part of our group. Can I connect this to the power of the building? This is our turret. We don't have our switched power loop finished yet. Have a couple of dead links here. Don't even have the switch in yet. But reconnect, and again, it's grabbing any wire that it can find, but it's not grabbing that wire. I do have a wire in there, right? Power conduit. No, I don't. I thought I ran the perimeter of the building. Okay. So we have no conduit, or no turret. So all we have is our own weapons. Doc is a great shot. I need him quickly to get somewhere where we can get some cover. I'm thinking it's right here. So Doc, we're going to draft you, going to wake you up, get you parked here. Actually, you don't really need cover because they're not shooting back. Larson also has a weapon. You get out here as well to back him up. And Jude was really good at melee. Handy has the good knife. So Handy, who's not good at melee, not good at anything in the sense of defending himself, so he's most likely one who's going to be made to stay behind and take care of the place. So let's get Andy's, Jack, Handy Jack. That is kind of confusing. Jack's knife away from him. Let's get Jude to equip that knife. And Jude can come out and help too. As soon as he grabs the knife, there we go. I want him to come out here and back these guys up in case they miss and he's able to get up to them. He can then start hand-to-hand fighting them. Alright, you guys should already be in range. Why are you not aiming? Doc? Doc. Oh, you are aiming now. Okay. Missed him. Missed him. Okay, one more shot. Okay. You melee attack him. You pull back. You pull back. And unfortunately, I can't control the dog. Ah, the dog finished him off. Well, not quite finished him, though. He's still alive. He's in shock. He's got a gunshot to the torso, the right kidney, the left leg, the right leg. He's got a scratch from the husky on his right second toe. This is quite a detailed game. The husky also got his right arm, and his whole body is losing 84% bleeding rate per day. So, gunshot to his torso and a knife cut to the torso. Okay. So, you guys undraft this, unforbid. Do we have a prisoner room? We do. We're going to set this as a prisoner room, and we'll set these first 3 beds as medical beds. We're going to tell Jude to capture Coffee is his name. Kofi? Coffee. Coffee, wind. What did I see? Character. Coffee. Oh, he's a mind wipe. That's his occupation. Mind wiped assassin. The corporation took and remade Coffee. They trained him into a tool of destruction and subversion. He took to his new life, finding satisfaction in the jobs they sent him on. When he learned that they planned on disposing of him, Coffee turned on his masters, killing several and fleeing the planet. So there's his backstory. So every person that you come across, including our own colonists, will have a backstory, what their childhood was like, what their adulthood was like, what they're capable of, what traits they have developed over their life. He's neurotic, he's a fast walker, and he's trigger happy. And then what their skills amount to, what his age is, and where he's from. So kind of interesting. You can really get deep into the game this way. Kind of create stories. So Jude is not drafted. He is going to capture Coffee, bring him back to a medical bed, and medicine is something that we don't have a lot of. He's not someone that we're going to hang on to. That's interesting. By having two doors, they're going to track through here every time as their shortest path. We can choose whether or not to give Coffee medicine. We can choose whether or not to try to recruit him, or just to be friendly with him, or not to interact at all, or to release him, or to execute him. We could use, what would you call it, kind of Wild West justice, and just execute him on the spot for attacking us, except that when you execute or kill in any way someone else that isn't an act of war, they all get quite depressed at the idea, rightfully so. So we don't have any of this medicine done yet. I don't want to waste this medicine on him. We have very few even for ourselves. So I'm going to say no medicine. He's just going to get doctor's care, and then we're going to release him when he's done. We're not going to keep him around, not going to try to recruit him. He would recruit fairly easy, 55%, but he's not going to benefit us that much. Let me think about this. Normally I would just let him go. He can haul things. He can haul things, he can clean things, and he's a good defense. You know, I think I will keep him. Let's go ahead and see just how this goes. We'll set him up on Shadow Recruit, and we'll give him medicine. We'll heal him up. We'll turn him to our side. And we'll use him for our defenses and give him all the menial tasks that don't involve a lot of skill. Alright, we'll do that. We'll be merciful. So, we need Doc. Oh, who is healing Silence right now. Silence. He's got 2 cuts. He would like to give some medicine too, but again, we don't have a lot. So we'll just see how well he does on his own. He's already healing up. So, Doc Andy is now bringing medicine to Coffee, who does have a lot of injuries. So he brought 4 med kits to him. Silence is healing quite fast. Okay, so how's Coffee doing? Doc's using real medicine. He's doing a pretty good job. Didn't do the greatest job on the knife cut, but he did a great job on repairing his right kidney. Did a good job on the torso and his left leg. So there's a good chance he's going to make it. His bleeding rate is dropping with each repair. 5% now. And now he's working on the scratch on his right toe. Okay, so when he heals, Jack is our warden because he's got a relevant skills of 6 out of 20, 5 out of 20. So he's our warden. If he's not available, then now Jude has got a 2 here, but he's got to work through all of these 1s before he would get back to his first 2. So not likely Jude is going to jump in and try and warden. Either way, you know, who's doing the work here? Jude, when you finish that, let's get these bedrooms done. And we're going to need a 5th bedroom. So we're going to need a lot more wood. Orders, chop wood, make a little bit wider swath through here. And we'll clean out in here a little bit. Here's where everybody's at. Busy working in the gardens. Everything's starting to be ready for harvest. We need to get our guns up and going too. Larson, you're not a constructor. You are going to warden. No, I take it back. You're just a little conversation. Alright, let's just get this done. But then I want you to get to work on conduit. Let's get this loop up and running. The rest of it looks pretty good, except for here. That one and that one, and get to work on this switch. Okay. And let's zone. Let's delete zone right there. So that nothing will be sitting on our switch. Jude, can you move the steel? Thank you. And with that, this switch is on. Ah. Jack, you are attempting to recruit. Jude, cut this tree. Meanwhile, this can reconnect to prior to that break, and it's now live. How are we doing over here? We're trying to convince him, though he's not in the best of moods right now. He's pretty low. Got a lot going against him. But Jack is... he failed to recruit. Prisoner, 35%. Prisoner's below a 35% mood. That's why. Okay. Jude, where'd you go? Okay, we'll let you build the other turret. And then, let's get this guy operational. Alright, that should have turned on the turret that's not been built yet. I see, we only have the 2 turrets at the moment. Well, at least we have 1 running. Okay, well they're going to go do all that they're doing. We need to think about where we're moving to. This is going to be here all summer long, probably into about winter. Hopefully by then, much of this will have been mined out. And we'll be able to start weathering out the rest of our of our time here in a more permanent settlement. The plan mode here allows you to draw out what you want before you actually start mining it. So you don't have to put a bunch of mining orders in there and then have them start mining it on you before you realize that that wasn't going to work and you didn't want that. So it's kind of nice to be able to go through here and plan some hallways, some rooms, you know, what have you. Don't like it, you go through and erase it. Everyone's sleeping. Kick the speed up a little bit. Oh, we're out of power. Ah, these turrets take a lot of power. Disease, infection, health. Okay, the gunshot wound to his right leg has an infection. Here's where we use a lot of medicine. So we need Doc Andy to come and treat him. He's not going to be happy that he's being woke up in disturbed sleep, but it's what needs to be done. You got to keep him alive. We've taken on the responsibility, and we need to get this switch turned off because we don't have the capacity to run turrets and refrigeration and a cook stove and lights. Sun's starting to come up. Panels are just starting to receive some power. That's why the lights are trying to come on. But there's still too much need for the little voltage that is arriving. Who's up? Doc, can you flick this switch? Why can you not? You're all flitch. Oh, you already did. Okay. So now it's just a matter of 5 in the morning. Speed this up a bit. Getting the sun up. Low food. We're just starting to store power, so we finally have more power than we need. Handy is feeling some food poisoning. He's throwing up in the common area here. I have to clean that up. So somebody has cooked a bad meal, or a meal has gone bad. They're frozen so they won't spoil. So it must have been bad before it was cooked. Alright, we're starting to get to work in our last bedrooms now. I would have thought they would work on security and turrets first. So it must just be a proximity from where they sleep, so which job they go to first. Jack failed to recruit coffee. He's still not in the greatest mood. He's not in the greatest health. Our immunity is built up to 20% though. When we get to 100%, then he will be done with this infection. Still just a minor infection. It will grow to a major infection before this happens, but I think he'll be fine. And we're already at the end of the day and running out of power. Okay. 2 solar panels is not going to do what we need. Power, especially if we really need to use all 4 of those turrets. So let's get this actually there, and yeah, we'll just do that. Plus a little bit of redundancy. We'll pop in back here. Okay. And we'll drop this into there. Which means we're going to need some mining done soon. How are we doing on mining? Mining is after all the construction is done. on both of them. Let's see, Jack has the best mining skills. Let's kick him up to a 1 and construction to a 2. He will mine while Jude is installing the metal that he's mining. Give that a try. He's going to repair first. Then he'll go out and mine. There's nothing to repair, so he'll go straight to mining. But he will also warden. So he's going to go warden first. Food is low. That's right, it keeps reminding me. Watch out for the food. Ah, we've got food. It just hasn't been brought in yet. Okay, the one who does the hauling is also doing the planting. Larson is doing the cooking. So at the moment, he's running down here. Okay, you instead haul as many potatoes as you can carry. A new recruit. Oh, he successfully recruited Coffee, who is going in to rest in a regular hospital bed until he is no longer infected. Good. This bed is done. We're going to give this bed to the doctor. Keeps it fairly close to the hospital. And give this bed to who's left? Larson. Puts him near the kitchen. We need another bedroom. And just making sure this isn't going to be too close if it blows up, but it's fine. Alright, so let's see, structure, wooden walls. We're going 6 wide. Like so. Wooden door. We'll do that. Is there any reason to put a door at this side? I'll have to think about that. Anyway, we know we want wooden floors. We know we want a nice bed. And I want a light bulb. Alright, that duplicates those rooms. And that will be Coffee's bed eventually. For now, he'll sleep in this room. And let's set up a couple of medical beds. Like we'll set up 3 medical beds. This will be the infirmary for, temporary infirmary. But I'm looking at my clock right now and thinking I'm probably well past time for a cut. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here, and I think I'll put together a second video today. Do 2 of them. So I'll be right back. Thanks for watching.